All the best. Go, Matt. All the best, mate.
It's a race to 5 racks. It can be terrifically rapid fire. Mark Williams bidding to upset Earl Strickland, who's already been upset, remember, once today. Another defeat here could be a real body blow for the defending World Pool champion. Can Mark Williams deliver it? Let's join our commentators, Jim White and Jerry Forsyth.
Indeed. Welcome to the Cardiff International
Earl Strickland
Arena.
wins the lag.
I'm Jerry Forsyth with Jim White, and what a cracker of a match we've got to start this championship off with today, Jim.
Doesn't get any better. 2 world champions from different cue sport disciplines. And it's the Pearl all set to initiate things. A race to 5. We're in the round-robin stages here, day 1.
Well, as our viewers have been told, this match is huge for Earl. He lost his first match, and you have to wonder if maybe these great champions, having seen the storm of the championship rounds last year, he might not have just forgotten to set his sails for the calm of these preliminaries.
Well, also very interesting as well to everybody. I mean, they caught those pre-match interviews, and Earl putting no pressure whatsoever. He feels like he's struggling a bit, and Mark Williams doesn't give himself much of a chance. We all know how competitive Mark Williams is, so how dangerous is an animal when it comes out with nothing to lose.
Yeah, that was a bit of pre-match bluster on both parts. Quite a deal of psychology involved in this game.
And not a very good shot from Strickland there. He's kind of halfway between the devil and the deep blue sea with that positional effort, so a little tougher 4-ball than he would have liked.
Down at the bottom of your screen, you'll see the balls that are left on the table. As the balls disappear from the table, they'll also disappear from the bottom of your screen. So it's very, very easy to keep up with the task ahead.
Choice here for Earl now. He's got the angle, and he's drawn over the other side of the 7. You can see the 8, the opposite end of the table, so he's going to have to play position from that to the 9. And really doesn't look like any problems here, Jerry. This is going to be Strickland 1-0.
No, you can believe Earl is going to put everything out now. He dumped that match earlier. He's the current world champion. He wants to put in a good showing all the way through the week.
See it at the bottom? You can just get it with your finger.
Looks like he's asking for a ball to be cleaned, the 8 ball.
Yeah, this is where Earl has learned a little bit, even I think watching the snooker players. He takes a little more time. This is vital, this match, already having dropped the opener. He can't afford to lose this one.
Everyone is playing in a group of 8. Earl Strickland has taken on a first beat. Now leads 1-0.
Big win, that one for Earl. He's got to hold serve. It's an alternating break format, so it's vital that these players come out, and when it's their break, try and maintain that serve and hold pressure. Keep the pressure on your opponent. And Mark Williams is going to be asked to come up and respond to what he just saw Strickland do, a break and finish.
Yeah, Jim, these boys are all playing in groups of 8, and they have to survive in the top half of that group to make it through Judgment Day on Tuesday.
That's right, Jerry. Half of them go home, half go through to make up the last 64. Williams all set to break off. Needs one off the break. 3 down, 4 down, and the 5 going down. Unluckily, though, Mark is more concerned with where the 1 is finished. But what a break off from Mark Williams. Another look at it. 3 balls off the break.
And it's not like he put his whole soul into that break. That was not the hardest effort you've ever seen, but the control was gorgeous.
That's what it's all about, the break off in 9-ball. Control with power. You just want to keep that success rate high and get a ball off the break. Maintain your turn.
Huge shot here. This can determine who gets control of this table, and Mark has lost control. Turned it over to Earl Strickland, but Earl's going to come to the table, Jim, without much of a shot.
That wasn't a bad effort from Mark. I think he knew that with the 1 going on to the 7, if he missed it, he wasn't going to be leaving Earl anything easy.
At the same time, he wouldn't have left himself anything easy.
Looks like he might be trying to draw that cue ball into the 7 here. That's exactly what he tried, and he just missed the 7. Now, has he been lucky?
That would be a great piece of luck if that 1 ball is indeed, as it appears, stuck behind the 6 ball.
Well, you saw the little wry smile from Mark Williams there. It looks like he may be kicking at this off the side cushion. Never easy, coming from a snooker table to a much smaller surface. What an effort from Mark Williams there. Couldn't have asked it to be any better.
That a very friendly reaction of the balls. And Earl's going to come to the table with a toughie. He's going to have to pull out the jump cue or kick off of that left side rail.
He may just be able to get over the edge of that, too, with his normal cue. It wouldn't surprise me to see him raise the backhand. He doesn't really believe in the jump cue to Strickland.
No, he doesn't. He believes that it's kind of gimmicky. But here he is with his playing cue. And Earl is a great jump shot player. Oh, not this time.
Ball in hand.
Well, this is the chance Mark Williams was looking for, and the good safety may have bought him the opportunity. Everything in the open here. You can see the missed attempt from Strickland. And he is a suffering man right now. We already said he dropped his opener. Never easy to come here and defend.
Mark's done a great job of setting up the 1 ball for this next shot. This is critical. He's got to get down on that 2 ball in line with the position on the 2 that will carry him through to the 6 and then the 8. Boy, he's done a great job there. This guy's got a lot of control for a snooker player on a new table.
Well, the most difficult aspect is coming from a snooker table to a pool table. You're so used to getting close to your work in a snooker situation. And Jerry, on a pool table, you're only ever going to be 9 feet away. You don't have to be that close to your work.
No, and you want a totally different position play. No straight in shots.
Nice open shot at the 8 here, and a good positional shot to the 9.
There he is. He did not get the position he wanted on that 9 ball. He's going to have to nip this ball. And Jim, you can appreciate the trouble that a snooker player might be having here. You played a lot of professional snooker. Quite an adjustment.
Like comparing badminton and tennis. And Mark Williams squares things up in Cardiff now 1-1 in the race to 5. Strickland will be breaking off in rack number 3. But a good pot on this 9 for Williams. Slightly out of position. And he's delighted to see those larger than normal pockets that he would be confronted with on a snooker table too, Jerry. Make no mistake about that.
That was a tough little nip he just pulled in. I'm sure the size of the pocket was quite favorable to the young man.
What a gifted player Mark Williams is. He makes a snooker table look like a pool table.
And, you know, 2 world champions out there. Earl is not going to take him lightly at all. Mark can come out and say he's not very good at this game. Earl's not going to buy it.
You can't afford to take your opposition lightly, not in a race to 5. This is a sprint, even shorter than a sprint to what these guys are used to. But it's down to Strickland to reply. Almost made the 9 off the break there.
Very close to a golden break. Close but no cigar for Mr. Strickland. Here you take another look. Earl sends the cue ball crashing into the rack, and the 9 ball heads right for the corner, as you can see. In the last minute, the 2 ball denies the opportunity for the 9 to find gravity.
You know, Jerry, in all the years as we see Earl now eyeing up the long 2, of watching Earl break off, I thought, you know, if he does have a chink in his armor, and that was an open miss again, sure signs that Earl Strickland is struggling with his game. He's been on the practice table a lot, but you know something? The mental preparation, the self-belief may not be what it's been in the past.
Well, there you see it again, and the problem, Jim, is these short races here don't give a man time to collect himself and get back in the game over time. He doesn't have time to build confidence. He's got to inject confidence into himself and come back right now.
On-the-job training is what this all boils down to. Earl can get through to this too. That was a little bit of a mistake from Mark Williams, but how costly it's going to prove, only time will tell.
Earl Earl trying to hide the cue ball actually behind this wall of balls down here. He did not accomplish that task. And I believe that Mark's got a full shot here.
You wouldn't expect Mark to miss anything in the open, but the cue ball control, that's going to be the key to success in 9-ball.
Yeah, but he's got a bit of a problem coming up. The 9-ball is going to collide with his cue ball. He's got to be able to control that. Might be a bit hard with his lack of experience on this table.
He's done that well.
Shoot, that's beautiful.
And the perfect angle to drop right over the other side of the table for the 5. This is just the sort of start that Mark Williams was looking for. Keep Strickland in his chair, try and pinch one against the serve.
That's so big because it's much easier to protect a lead when you're alternating breaks than it is to come from behind.
Nice angle on the 6.